Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will teach you about writing material and reading material. The first is writing material. And the first is definite article. The word the belong to definite article. This the has no meaning but has several functions, namely: first, article the is used for unique object. For example, the sky is dark. Maybe it is going to rain. Then the ocean is so blue. And the next, the internet is slow. Why does sky, ocean, and the internet use the four words? That's because the sky, ocean, and internet are unique objects that only have one on this earth. And the next is indefinite article. A and an. A or an is an indefinite article, which means an, one, a, depending on what object it shows. This means that the a or an indicate there is only one object indicated. So, what's the difference between using a and an? The difference in its use lies in the initial letter for the object. Article a is used for consonant words. For example, a ball, a dog, a cat, a girl, a man, a university, a European, and so on. While article an is used for vowel words, such as an apple, an enemy, an old man, an iguana, and so on. A or an function in English. Article a or an is used for singular object for which there is only one noun indicated. A or an here means an example such as my dad bought me a bag. Then I brought an apple to school. Then and the third is WH question. What are WH questions? WH questions are a set of question words used to ask things like asking time, place, person, object, thing, reason, way, and etc. WH question can also be called open question because of their nature that explains something, not to get a yes or no answer only. WH question formula. To form WH question, there is a formula required for a sentence to be reasonable and in accordance with the applicable grammar rules. Here is the formula of WH question. WH question plus auxiliary verb to be, do, have, and plus subject plus main verb and plus asking sample sentence. What are you doing? Atau apa yang sedang kamu lakukan? Where do you put the sugar? Untuk menanyakan di mana kamu meletakkan gula. And then is the type of WH question. In the first, what? What is used to ask for information, a thing. In the sample sentence, what is your name? Atau untuk menanyakan siapa nama kamu. And then number second, where? Where is used to ask for a location or place. In the sample, where is your home? Atau di mana rumah kamu. And the third, when? When is used to ask for time. And the example, when does the bus arrive? Atau kapan busnya tiba. And the fourth, why? Why is used to ask why or reason. Example, why do you hate cats? Atau kenapa kamu benci kucing? And the five, which is used to ask from certainly a choice between a person, an object, or a thing. An example, which one is the most delicious? Atau yang mana yang lebih enak? And the six, who is to ask people. Example, who is that girl? Atau siapa gadis itu? And seven, whom or with whom. Whom is used to ask the person when the person in question is the object of the sentence, or it could also be said that the so-called person accepts the action. Example, whom with you going to meet? Atau dengan siapa kamu akan bertemu? And the eight, which is used to ask which person has something or possessive. Example, whose car is that? Atau mobil siapa itu? And the nine, how is used to ask how something can be done. Example, how did you meet your best friend? Or bagaimana kamu menemui teman baik kamu? And then it's comparative degree. Comparative degree is the one part of degrees of comparison that states the nature or description of a thing is superior when compared to anything else. For example, building is taller than B building. Yanni's hair is longer than Ratu's hair, and so on. Comparative degree sentence formula. In making comparative degree sentence, there is certainly a formula or rule made so that the sentence becomes reasonable and understandable. To create a comparative degree sentence, there are two types of formula used, depending on the adjective, whether it consists of one syllable or two syllables. And that is the table of degree of comparison. The first, adjective plus plus than. Adjective consisting of one syllable or consisting of only one word, not combination of two words into one. With this formula, please check out the following table. The example of comparative degree one syllable sentence. First, the mathematics exam was easier than English. Atau ujian matematika lebih mudah daripada bahasa Inggris. Then, my dad is stronger than my brother. Atau ayahku lebih kuat daripada saudaraku. And then is more plus adjective plus than. The adjective comparative degree has two syllables using this formula. Please check the following table. The example of comparative degree two-syllable sentence. First, learning grammar is more boring than everything. Atau mempelajari grammar itu lebih membosankan daripada apapun. And then, mathematics is more difficult than English. Atau matematika itu lebih sulit daripada bahasa Inggris. Okay, that is a writing material. And then let's start the reading material. The first is descriptive text. What is this descriptive text? Descriptive text is a text that explains something. For example, describe a person, animal, or an object, be it its shape, its properties, its number, and so on. Descriptive text also aims to describe or reveal a person or an object. Then, its generic structure of descriptive text. The first, identification. So, bagian identification berisi pembuka dan gambaran umum tentang suatu topik. Identification berfungsi sebagai pengenalan dari apa yang kita sedang jelaskan, supaya para pembaca atau pendengar tidak salah mengerti. Pada bagian introduction juga harus menyebutkan alasan kenapa penulis memilih tempat itu untuk diceritakan. Dan the second is description. Pada bagian description berisi seluruh ciri-ciri umum, khusus atau sifat-sifat yang terdapat dalam benda, orang, atau binatang yang sedang kamu jelaskan. Misalnya, ketika kita menceritakan tentang suatu tempat, kita bisa memulai dari keseluruhan ciri dari sebuah tempat tersebut, seperti bagaimana pemandangannya, bangunannya, cuacanya, dan lain-lain. Kemudian, merujuk ke detail yang khusus yang melengkapi penjelasan umum sebelumnya. And now, the generic structure of description text. First, my dog. In the identification, my dad bought me a dog in my birthday. It is male golden retriever dog. I really love him as my pet. Then in the description, his name is Gigi. He has brown fur. His fur is really soft and he likes to be rubbed and his belly. He has a long tail and big body. I always take him to walk around because he really likes it. Gigi is already as the part of our family. And then the expansion. Paragraf pertama merupakan identifikasi karena menceritakan hal umum dari seluruh cerita, seperti bahwa penulis mempunyai anjing jantan yang diberikan oleh ayahnya saat dia berulang tahun. Paragraf kedua merupakan description atau penjelasan keseluruhan umum ke khusus, seperti bahwa nama anjingnya pada teks di atas adalah Gigi. Gigi dengan bulu coklat yang halus, juga diceritakan bagaimana sifat dan kebiasaan dari anjing tersebut. Then, descriptive text feature. First, use simple present tense. Tenses ini digunakan karena dalam descriptive text kita akan menjelaskan suatu fakta atau kebenaran yang terdapat dalam suatu hal atau orang. The second, use many adjective words. Kata adjektif digunakan karena dalam descriptive text kita akan menjelaskan sifat-sifat dari suatu benda, manusia, atau binatang. And the next, kita akan sering menjumpai banyak kata is atau relating verb atau kata kerja penghubung dalam descriptive text, karena is itu berarti adalah yang mengarahkan pada penjelasan benda, orang, atau binatang yang sedang kita jelaskan. And the descriptive text only focus on explaining on one object. Then narrative text. Narrative text adalah cerita fiksi atau cerita karangan yang dibuat untuk menghibur pembaca. Narrative text biasanya kita jumpai dalam bentuk dongeng, cerita rakyat, maupun fiksional lainnya. Narrative text terdiri dari kejadian berurutan yang mengarah ke dalam suatu klimaks dan akhirnya menemukan penyelesaian. Narrative text bertujuan untuk menghibur pembaca atau pendengar. Narrative text has three structures. In the first, orientation. The orientation section contains the opening of the story containing the introduction of the character, the introduction of the background of the time and place of the story. Anyway, this section contains a general part of the story that includes what, who, when, and where the story is told. Second, complications. In this section, the main character begins to experience conflict in his life, and the main actor must resolve these conflict. And the third is resolution. The resolution section is the ending section. In this section, all problems have to be solved by the main character. In the resolution section is also usually a moral message or moral value or advice that we can take from the story. The moral value at the end of narrative text is called coda. And then is use of grammar in narrative text. Dalam narrative text biasanya menggunakan bentuk lampau atau past. Karena cerita ini merupakan cerita karangan atau fiksi, bentuk tenses bisa menggunakan past perfect, past continuous, atau biasa saja past future perfect continuous. Semua aturan ini tidak harus dijadikan sebagai acuan, karena tenses itu mengacu kepada kondisi dan situasi kalimat. And then, the narrative text feature. First, use action verb in past tense form. For example, walked, said, wandered, and etc. And then, use certain nouns as pronouns of specific people, animal, and object in the story. For example, the princess, the girl, and the queen, and etc. And then, use adjectives that form a single noun phrase unit. For example, the rats reaching hood, the poison apple, and etc. And next, use the connection and conjunction to start event. For example, before, after, then, next, soon, and etc. And then use adverb and adverbial phrase to indicate the location of an event or event. For example, on the sea, in the mountains, there, happily ever after, and etc. And the next is recontext. Definition of recontext. Let's check out the dictionary on what recontext is. Menurut kamus, kata recon memiliki arti menceritakan. Jadi, recontext dapat diartikan sebagai teks yang menceritakan. Maka, konteks adalah sebuah teks yang menceritakan kembali peristiwa atau aktivitas yang terjadi di masa lampau yang pernah dialami sebelumnya. Kita mungkin pernah mendengar sebelumnya dari guru kita bahwa rekonteks adalah sebuah cerita pengalaman yang benar-benar terjadi di dalam kehidupan kita. Lalu, tujuan dari konteks itu sendiri adalah untuk menghibur atau memberi informasi kepada pembaca. Dan generic structure of recontext. Generic structure atau struktur kebahasaan dari konteks ini terbagi ke dalam 3 susunan, yaitu orientation. Bagian orientasi merupakan bagian pendahuluan atau perkenalan dari teks yang akan dibahas. Karena dalam orientation ini menceritakan siapa saja yang terlibat dalam cerita, apa yang terjadi, di mana tempat peristiwa terjadi, dan waktu terjadinya peristiwa. And then, event. Bagian event merupakan inti dari cerita. Pada bagian ini, kita menceritakan semua yang terjadi secara berurutan dari awal sampai selesai. And then, reorientation. Bagian reorientation berisi kesimpulan dari isi cerita. Itu bisa juga merupakan pendapat pribadi dari si pencerita. Reorientation ini bisa disebut juga akhir atau penutup dari cerita. Dan recontext feature memiliki judul yang merangkum teks. Contohnya, My Vacation to Bali. Maka ceritanya hanya akan menceritakan seluruh liburan saat berada di Bali. Menceritakan peristiwa yang sudah terjadi di masa lampau. Maka recontext selalu menggunakan past tense. Contohnya, last month, I went to Bali with my family. And then, semua kejadian yang diceritakan harus secara berurutan. Jadi, harus memakai kata sambung seperti when, later, then, after, before, dan lain-lain. Okay, that's enough for me. And thank you very much. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.